Alright, on Sundays, me videos tend to get the lowest views of the week, so I thought that would be the best day to review this. If anyone finds this video through searching, they are going to hate it because I'm not talking about the main story in this much, but rather the backup story. This is What If 43, and it is what if Conan the Barber were stranded in the 20th century. We have got a Bill son of a bitch cover, and the comic book creators that I am not a fan of didn't end there, because this first story is written by Peter Gilbert. This isn't a very good story. There are some okay ideas in there, and there is a scene in it that I will highlight that is really good. But I think this is quite a shitty story. It is actually a sequel to an earlier issue of What If, which means that both the stories in this issue are actually sequels to other What Ifs. Bringing Conan the Barber to the modern day, or at least the then modern day, it is a very solid idea. It is a sort of what if question that a lot of Conan the Barber fans, and even people like me who didn't really give a rat's arse about Conan the Barber, it is something that persons they wonder about, and there are two possible versions of it. Two different things people want to see. They want to see Conan the Barber in the present as a man out of time and a fish out of water, and him trying to adapt and survive and facing all these enormous changes in society and culture, as well as the advent of technology. Then the other one is people want to see Conan the Barber in the same age as the Excellent Men or Fantastic Force or whatever. This story tries to have its cake and eat it too. We have got stuff with Conan the Barber getting into bother with a police, and then he becomes an actual pimp. I didn't have much else to say after that. We start getting some really, really bad shit with him starting a street gang, and he gets a bunch of angry black men to join him. And after my Black Panther video, I think I need to chill out on calling writers racist. So let me just say that one of these characters is called a Juju and keeps referring to himself as Black Power. But then we eventually get to the bit that I like, because Captain America shows up, and we get 4 or 5 pages of a really, really great fight between him and Conan the Barber. I admit I didn't like Peter Gilbert, but this is actually well done. He deserves credit for this. It really achieves what a fight between these two should. And just in case you think I might be biased because Captain America is my favourite superhero in all the world of all time ever. He loses the fight, and it is totally sensible. Conan the Barber stabs him in the shoulder because Captain America wasn't prepared for that. He didn't consider or realise that this is a man who slaughters and conquers things. The story continues on after that scene, sadly. Captain America is in it some more. Then we finally get to the second story, which is written and drawn by Marky Mark. This is a sequel to What If 32, which I reviewed a long time ago. It is the best issue of What If. What happened in that was the Avengers, their enemy Korvac Dallas, he destroyed all of existence, and now there is surprisingly still a story to tell in the void of nothingness that was once a universe. In that story, after defeating his main opposition, the Avengers, Korvac Dallas sensed 3 other heroes on Earth who might pose a threat to him, so he used his cosmic god powers to wave his hand and just transport them outside of reality where they cannot bother him. One of those was Doctor Strange, who now is able to return to his universe, and he finds nothing there. He has no idea what has happened, and soon, or maybe years later, time no longer is a concept. Nothing exists anymore except for him and another of the heroes Korvac Dallas wished away, Silver Surfman. And then we have the final of this trio, the ore from the Excellent Men. I would have wished her away too. These 3 are all that remains of this dead universe, and together they set out to learn what has happened here and to try and restore things to how it was before. I did say I was going to focus on this story, but it's not very long. Here we get the backstory on that other issue and how Korvac Dallas tried and failed to take over the universe, and so he responded by destroying it. Then eternity, the living embodiment of all that exists, it shows up, except the universe doesn't exist, so it is just an echo of an existence that once was. It pleads with the 3 heroes to not attempt to undo what has happened, because this universe's time had come. So the 3 accept that actually the universe doesn't want to be saved. So this is the bit that I didn't like. It is clunky. The Ore and Silver Surfman just leave to go to other realities, whereas the good bit is Doctor Strange. He remains behind in the void to be the last thing of this world, and he eventually passes away. He dies and fades into one with the universe around him forever. I do wish that this had a page or 2 extra to really explore this idea that the universe doesn't want to be saved, and maybe a bit of debate amongst the heroes about whether this is the right thing to do. But it is a neat little sequel or epilogue to that earlier story. That was a story that never needed a follow-up, but Marky Mark gave us a one that at least presented a few compelling concepts. I didn't know how to really assess this issue because I am very enthusiastic about the second story and less so about the first. There are some people who would be the complete opposite way around. If either of these sounded engrossing to you, check it out. I'll give it another 7 thumbs up.